You need to dream bigger and you need to believe it's possible. Your life is 100% up to you.
I hate the word budget. It's limiting. I hate being limited. I want to create wealth. Welcome to the Jared Briggs Show. You guys, it is the last day of 2025. What the heck? I hope you guys had a great 2025. And even if it wasn't the best year, maybe things didn't happen the way you wanted to, I hope it was a learning and educational year. I know it was for me. Over the last multiple years, I have big things set out for the year, right? We have all of our New Year's resolutions and our plans and we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And everything doesn't always happen as planned or as thought or as structured. I don't look at that as failure though. And I hope you guys don't either. I hope you don't look at any of it as failure. I hope you look at it as now you have knowledge, now you have understanding, now you have a perspective that you didn't have the year before. And you take that into the new year. You take those lessons, those learnings, and those understandings, and you expound into the next year. And the other thing that I really look at as I'm analyzing each new year, even each new month, each new day, each new week is, if I do the same things that I did the day before, the month before, the quarter before, the year before, if I do the same things, I'm going to get the exact same result. And when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your health, when it comes to your finances, your financial status, your career, everything that it is that you want to accomplish, your goals, your dreams, all of it. If you perform and do things the exact same way, you're going to get the same type of results, and they're going to be very close. Maybe you'll make a little bit more money, or maybe you'll meet some new friends, or maybe, but you're going to stay very similar to the result you've already gotten. I know for me, like fitness and a bunch of different things, I look at it, I'm like, hey, I need to change. I need to create a different plan, a different result, create a different habit, a different system and a process that I operate from. And we can sit here and set goals and plans and all those things, but it really comes down to our habits and our disciplines. What are our habits? What are the disciplines? What are the things that we're doing day by day, week by week, month by month that's going to compound into the year, into the decade, into the life, the goals, the dreams, everything that it is you want to achieve. So I really hope you reflect on those things, and I hope you take the positives. Even the lessons, even the learnings, take the positive from that. Don't let the negative overrun you. If you completely flopped in 2025, that's all right. Look at it as your year of learning. One thing that I'm really looking at 2026 is I want it to be my year of action. I've over the last 10 years and really the last 5-6 years, there's been a lot of things that I've wanted to do. I enjoy hunting. I enjoy a bunch of different things. And every time it comes to it, I put it off because I get caught up in business. I get caught up in work. I get caught up in all of these things that I feel like I need to get done. And I'm like, oh, I'll do it next year. And then that time comes and I push it off. And then I say, I'll do it again the next year, and I push it off. And I've literally done that for years now. And it just frustrates the heck out of me. And so I was even telling my team the other day, like, I want my 2026 to be my year of action. To stop talking about all these things and to start taking action towards them. Whether I achieve them in the year or not, I just want to take action towards them. This podcasting, financial life coaching, going hunting. I've always wanted to learn how to drive a semi. I've thought about and talked about for a couple of years now, like bouncing around the idea of running/walking a marathon. And I just keep thinking about these things, and they've been in my mind. And I'm like, why don't I quit thinking about them and I start doing them and start taking action towards those things? So that's been my plan. That's been my strategy for 2026. But I really hope you take the things that you've learned this year. 2025 has been a good year. We've had a lot of political change stuff going on, financial. Yes, there's a lot of different things, but we can always take the good from it. There's opposition in everything. But are we going to look for the opportunity, or are we going to look for the why you can't do it, why you can't achieve it? And so I really try to lean on the saying, in opposition is opportunity. And I'm going to find the opportunity and I'm going to expand forward. I'm going to grow forward. And if you're not growing, you're dying. I do like that saying, because if I'm sitting here and be like, okay, I just need to maintain this, something's going to freaking happen. Something's going to happen and you won't maintain, you'll go backwards. For example, if you made 100,000 this year and you're like, I just want to maintain this, some flipping thing is going to come up and you're only going to make 90, or you're going to make 95, or you're going to make 80. But if you're in the mindset of how to expand, how to grow, how do I make 150 this year? How do I make 50? Whatever your goal is, that constantly keeps you in a growth mindset, in a growth abundant state. And I've always found a lot more success in trying to expand and grow. And that's one thing that I look at with finances. We need to be good stewards. We need to know our money. We need to learn our money. We need to be good with our money. But if you only ever focus on how to save and how to be a good steward, inflation and all these things are going to kick our butts. We need to be very good stewards. We need to create those disciplines and those disciplined attributes when it comes to our money, where we are in charge. We are the master of our money. And then take all of our extra energy and how do we increase income? How do we make more money? But more money isn't going to solve your problems if you don't know what to do with it. If you have terrible management practices, more money isn't going to solve your problem. You need to have very good management and then increase your income, and you can achieve anything financially. And that really leads us into this episode 41. You guys, this is episode 41. This will be the last episode of 2025. Today's the last day, and it's been a reflective year. It's been a reflective time. But what is your financial plan? What is your financial plan? What is your fitness plan? What is your relationship plan? What is your everything plan? But I really want to look at, what is your financial plan? What is it that you are truly going to accomplish in 2026 with your money, with your finances, with your wealth, with your abundance, with all of those things? It's a new year. And I would invite you guys to really challenge yourself in the concept and learn the concept of pay yourself first. I've already mentioned it, but I talked about being a steward of your money, being a good manager of your money. The concept of pay yourself first has the ability to change your life, because you have been spending all of your time, effort, and energy making money. You guys, if you work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week for 49 weeks out of the year, whatever you take vacation-wise and all that, you spend a lot of your time, a big, large majority of our year, of our life, working to earn income. And what do you honestly have to show for it? Because if you get your paycheck, or you pay yourself, or you get your commission, or whatever it is that you do, and you pay your rent or your mortgage and your car payment and your utilities and your credit cards and your blah, 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 all of the expenses that you have, and you try to save what's left, there's never anything left. And you literally just worked. I want you to think about it. If you have not paid yourself first in 2025 and you have nothing to show for it, you literally just worked an entire year for everybody else. You paid the mortgage company or the rental place. You paid the bank for your car payments, your credit cards, student loans, equipment, whatever the heck it is that you have, and all the things that you bought. You literally just worked your whole year and gave all your money to other people. Why do you think Amazon and Walmart and all these huge companies are so wealthy? It's because we have created a society where we literally work and work and work, and we give all of our money to those guys. You've never built a strategy. You've never built a financial plan where you pay yourself first. What if you would have just taken $25 every single paycheck and paid to yourself? I'm going to run some math. I'm going to pull out the calculator. Let's say you get paid 2 times a month. So 2 times 12, that's 24 times $25, $600. Now, are you going to create financial wealth with $600? No, you're not. But what you did do is you created a habit. You created a discipline. You created a skill that every time I get paid, I pay myself first. I pay myself $25. And you become a steward of your money, where you're telling your money what to do, and you have something to show for it. Hey guys, if you like this channel, make sure you like and subscribe, and also leave a comment on what you think about the topics we talk about.
And if you like following and listening to what I have to say, go check me out on Instagram at @RealJaredBriggs, where I share even more personal stuff.
You're like, I worked all year long and I have this to show for it. Well, what if you created a discipline that good and you challenge yourself to increase it? So what if this next year you save 50? So 50 times 24, $1,200. All right, so now we have 600. So now we have $1,800. What if we continue to challenge that and challenge that and challenge that? This is where wealth is created, ladies and gentlemen, because you start creating this discipline of paying yourself first. Maybe it's $25 to start out. That's what I started out with. And I challenged myself to get to 30, then 35, then 40, then 45, then 50, then 60, then 100, then 150, then 200. And I literally just started challenging myself. How could I get to 10% of my income? And I got up over 30% of our income. But what I did is I became a steward. See, you become a steward of your money. You tell your money what to do. You manage your money. You become the master of your money. And you can create this discipline and this financial plan where you know how much money you're making, where it's going, and what it's doing. And you are so much more disciplined in your spending that you can then take your time, effort, and energy and start learning how to increase income. You're like, all right, I'm making $2,000 a month. How do I get to $2,500 a month? And then you get to $2,500 a month and you're like, whoa, I'm making an extra $500 a month and I'm saving and investing that. That's $6,000 a year. And then you increase your income to $3,000, then $35,000, then $4,000, then $45,000, then $5,000, then $6,000, then $7,000, then $8,000, then $9,000, then $10,000. And you create this skill of management. You see, if you don't learn how to manage your money will go find somebody that does. If you don't learn how to manage, invest, and grow and be disciplined with your money will go find somebody that does know how to manage, invest, grow, and be disciplined with it. Why do you think the wealth keep getting richer? They are no smarter than any of us. They are no smarter than anyone. They just know what money is, how money works, and what to do with it. And they've created an attraction and a level of discipline and mastery, being the master of their money, that it just comes to them more and more and more and more because they know what to do with it. They've created a discipline and a skill to manage money. They've become a steward. So if you become a steward of money and you start taking all of your effort, energy, mind, discipline, everything, and you focus on increasing income, increasing investment, you start taking, if you save $4,000 in a year, well, what if you can take that $4,000 and invest it in a way that it turns into $8,000? Now that money is growing more money, and that money is growing more money, and that money is growing more money, and that growing money is growing more money. Do you see the effect? Do you see the growth? And it started with $25 a month, or $5 a month, or $10 a month, flipping 25 cents. I would dare bet that a lot of people, if they took 25 cents and managed it, it would be more money than they've ever managed in their life. You just take that money and put it in the money market account in your bank, start getting a tiny bit of interest, but you have something to show for it. If you ever read the book of The Richest Man in Babylon, they say we had money to jingle in our purse. Is how they talk about it, because they're talking about Babylon, thousands of years ago, and they just had their little coins, and they each had their little wallet, satchel, bag thing that they hung from their belt. And they talk about it in the book all the time. They're like, oh, I had money to jingle in my purse. It's such an interesting way to put it. And it's such a concept that you don't understand until you do it. You don't understand until you experience it. There is something motivating about managing money. And when you open your bank account and you're freaking broke, you're living paycheck to paycheck, you open your bank account and there's $25 sitting in an account with your name on it because you paid yourself first. And there's something inspiring about that, of like, oh, I can't wait to get the next paycheck and I'm going to put another 25. I can't wait for the next one. And then you just like, whoa, could I do 30? And then you do 30 and you realize that nothing changed financially. You're like, oh, wow, could I do 35? And then you do 35 and then nothing changes financially. But now you look at your account and there's 100, 120, 150, 180, 200, and it just keeps climbing. And then you become such a steward that you know every dollar, you know the money coming in, and you know where the money is going out. And then you stop at the gas station, you stop at the restaurant, you stop at the store, you stop at these places, and you start looking at this from a perspective of an investment. And you're like, is this a smart investment or is this a bad investment? Hey, are you liking this channel? Hey, if you like this channel, don't subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see more, at Real Jared Briggs. You start making decisions based on that because you've now educated yourself. You have now created a discipline. You have now created a financial plan and strategy. You guys, I talked about in my last episode where I said money is only as good as the investment you make with it. What are the investments you're making with your money now? Are you paying yourself first? And are you spending your money in smart places that is investing into who you are, into what you are, to what you're building, what you're doing, and the future you that you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, when you retire, to start the business, to buy the home, to provide the lifestyle for your family? Are you doing those things? Are you making those smart investments? Because remember, money is only as good. It is only as good as the investment you make. So start educating and being mindful of the investments you're making. The next thing, I want to challenge what you know about money. Because the advice, if you're listening to this podcast, I hope you challenge and question everything that I'm saying through this microphone. I hope all the other financial people that you've learned from, whether you're watching them online, whether you've bought their books, whether it's family members, whether it's people you look up to, start questioning their advice and start developing a knowledge for yourself, an understanding for yourself. I don't believe there's one right way, one right financial place to spend money. I don't believe in one right way for anything. Some people are going to love 401ks and IRAs. Some people are going to hate them. Some people are going to believe you should do a 30-year mortgage. Some people are going to believe you should do a 15-year mortgage. Some people are going to believe you should pay cash for a vehicle. Some people are going to say that you should finance them for 3 years and pay them off this fast, and this is why, and this is how. Some people are going to say buy life insurance. Some people are not going to say not buy life insurance. All advice has good advice and bad advice mixed in it. It's your money. It is your life. It is your goals. It is your dreams. It is your desires. It is your decision. So you need to create an knowledge, an understanding, a wealth creation plan, a financial plan based on your thoughts, your ideas, your philosophies, what's important to you, what's not important to you, your risk level, your tolerance, all of it. You need to base your financial plan off what you like. The way my wife and I do our financial planning, there's going to be a lot of people that would laugh and balk at it. But guess what? We get excited about it. I'm excited to manage my money. I'm excited to invest the monies that we invest into to buy the things that we buy. I get excited about it because I believe in it from our perspective, based on our philosophies, what's important to us and what's not important to us. That's why I don't believe there is one financial plan. I believe the financial plan is the one that you believe in and the one that you execute for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and beyond years. That is the plan that is going to work. That is the financial plan, the wealth creation plan that is going to make you financially successful and wealthy and abundant in the status of whatever it is that you define. You get to define that for yourself. You get to create that plan. You get to make those investments. You should learn from a lot of people. I studied one person for a long time until I was like, man, it just doesn't fully click. And then I started seeking other knowledge and information, and I found other things that I liked. And so I took things that I liked from this person and this book and this program and this book and this person online, and I just started combining them all together, these different philosophies and plans and ideas. And I'm like, I like this. I like it. There's no one person that I like or one philosophy or idea, but I like components of each of them. I'm going to take those things that I like and I'm going to create a plan for myself. So create that financial plan because it's for you. So what is your financial plan? What is 2026 going to look like for you financially in the first quarter, half a year, third quarter, fourth quarter? And then when we're sitting in this spot again, this time, a year from now, looking at 2027, did you execute? Did you create something that is so simple you could be disciplined with it and you can execute it without even thinking? Did you take some time to learn about money? Did you start paying yourself first and investing into the things that are important to you? Important to you, not your mom, not your dad, not your professor, not the person on YouTube or online, but for you. Did you take these knowledgeable things and create knowledge for yourself? That is what I challenge you to do. That's what I invite you to do. Because there's that book, Richest Man in Babylon, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. Because these are some good books if you're looking for some new knowledge and information and perspectives. Doesn't mean you have to do them, but maybe it would get your wheel spinning. It would create a new philosophy and idea within your mind where you create a financial system and a plan that you enjoy, that you like, and that you can get behind. That's what I invite you to do. Challenge everything. Question everything that I talk about on here. Find the good in it, find the bad in it, find what works for you, and find what doesn't work for you. Get rid of the crap you don't want and instill the things that you do want. You guys, be the master. Be the master of your life. Be the master of your fitness. Be the master of your health. Be the master of your mind. Be the master of your money. Create mastery in everything that you do so you can become the master of your life. You guys, I hope you had an incredible 2025. I hope it was educational like it was for me. Did it go the way I wanted to? Not in a lot of things. Did I have good times? I had great times. Did I have some times that I hope never freaking happen again? You better believe it. But I'm grateful for 2025. I'm grateful for the people that I've met. I'm grateful for the opportunities and the experiences that I was able to pursue and experience for myself. And I'm grateful that I can take that knowledge and information into 2026. I hope I can become a better person. I can become a better leader. I hope I can become a better husband and a better father and a better brother and a better son and a better nephew and a better son-in-law and a better everything. Because I hope I can become better. And I hope all of us together with camaraderie, with sharing our knowledge and our information on what works and what doesn't work. I hope we can all become better together and that we can strengthen the United States of America. And we can strengthen all of us people. I believe that we're all people in God, people in Christ, and I hope we can all become better. You guys have a wonderful last 2025. Let's get ready for 2026. You guys have a great day, and let's go be the master.